Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started right on the dot of 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're new to the channel, awesome. Welcome. The first 15-30 minutes, we're going to go through a ton of charts, including Bitcoin, crypto, Bitcoin mining stocks, NASDAQ, most likely skim over the Magnificent Seven if nothing's going on over there, and anything else that jumps out at us. On the second half of the live stream, make sure to put in your comments of what assets you'd like me to chart. Put in the ticker symbol, crypto, stock, whatever it is, put all the details in there. Are you long? Are you short? All that stuff so we can talk about it. Bitcoin up 4.79% on this daily candle. It's over $57,000 for the first time since, I don't know, probably early December, late November. So exciting time to be here. Welcome, Javier. Let's go, snipers. You gap down and now recovering. Yep. A lot of times it's one last shakeout before the move up. Lemonade had it. Several other stocks, top of my head, stuff like that, right? So not saying that you won't, that will do that, but it's possible. BTC volatility is on. Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back, everyone. Shankar, good morning. Welcome back. Good to see everybody. Bitcoin has hit longer term target 5, right? So we got longer term target 5. For the longest time, we only had the 4 longer term targets because in the past cycles, Bitcoin hit 4 of those longer term targets before the halving, never hit longer term target 5 before the halving. So this is a new thing. So we've always had longer term target 5, but we never really put it on the charts going back to early 2023. But we did have longer term target 1, 2, 3, and 4 for more than a year now. So with that, let's keep going. Ollie, good morning. Welcome. So the daily chart for Bitcoin remains ultra bullish. You can see the orange candles, right? Ultra bullish. It has been flipped back here for the last buy the dip scenario. Remember, this wasn't a deep correction. This, for crypto purposes, this is a 21% correction. And one thing I want to point out, I'm posting these bullish charts for monthly, weekly, stuff like that. Sometimes I'm going to post these bearish charts for the lower time frames, whether it's a 4-hour chart, 8-hour chart, et cetera, right? I'm not shorting those. When me personally, and of course, none of this is financial advice, right? It's for education and entertainment purposes only. But let me just tell you something. I'm not shorting Bitcoin when the monthly, the 2-week, the weekly charts are ultra bullish. We talked about in early 2023 and even 2022, buy the dip season is coming, and I'm going to flip, especially in the Discord. We talked about this a lot. I'm going to be flipping from short the bounces season, and that is my overall plan. And I trade with the trend. So if the trend is going down, every time price bounces, I'd be shorting it, right? Every time in the buy the dip season, every time there's a dip, I'm buying that breakout, right? So that's my own personal strategy. Don't follow me. Learn first, back test your own strategy, dial it in, have a plan, all that stuff, right? So it's buy the dip season. I'm seeing a lot of people comment that there's certain perma bears that they're shorting every single one of these tops, right? They're shorting here, they're probably shorting here, they're probably shorting here, and they're not going to be. Could you still make it? Could you still be profitable? Yes, you can still be profitable, especially if you're trading on the lower time frames, maybe the 1-hour chart, maybe the 4-hour chart, right? But I don't think you're going to be as profitable. It's buy the dip season. So it's buy the dip season and you're buying breakouts, it feels almost too easy. In the bear market, if you're short, every time it bounces 20%, then it corrects 30 to 40%, and it almost seems too easy, right? So that's why I trade with a trend personally, and I'm not shorting these bounces. A lower high is a higher probability for a short the bounce type of scenario. So with that, let's go ahead and change this rectangle together live, right? From orange to green, because why? We hit longer term target 5. Now, it barely pierced it. But it counts. If it comes up short, or hits the box right on it, I don't check it off, right? I don't move the box. I don't try to make it look better than it is, but clearly you can see it did pierce that box, right? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and check it off. There's many times I haven't checked it off, and we'll probably see some. Also, we have some Bitcoin mining stocks that have pumped and has hit a couple targets as well. So it's going to be an exciting day. Hopefully we have some fun with it. Arnold, my man, longtime market sniper, longtime follower on the Twitter, X app, and our first and official only moderator in the Discord, helping people out, volunteering his time. I appreciate it. Let's keep going. That's Bitcoin, right? That's the daily chart. Let's zoom out here on the weekly chart real quick. Let's take this check mark off. But that's longer term target 5. Remember, target 1, target 2, target 3, target 4, somewhere around there, former all-time high. And then if price gets through longer term target 5, right, turns resistance into support, then we could be seeing price take out the former all-time high and possibly come up and hit some of these longer term targets. Don't forget, we also have the market sniper this yellow and blue band, right? It's already above the blue band. It's already above the 200-week moving average. It's curling back up. That's a good sign for the bull market. When it was curling down, it wasn't as good of a sign, right? So doesn't mean we weren't buying this dip the whole way down. It was curling, but now it's curling back up. As you can see, it was curling up, and then price ends up retesting it once the monthly chart flips ultra bullish and goes orange, right? Flips orange, comes back up, and eventually retests it over the next few months, right? Not few months, possibly. Could take even longer than that, but it's currently orange. It closes tomorrow. An exciting time to be a market sniper. All right, so weekly chart, ultra bullish, right? 2-week chart, ultra bullish, and has been. The monthly chart could finally flip ultra bullish, and it's looking very similar to November 2020. The only difference is that happened after the halving, like a half of a year afterwards. It's happening now before the halving. So that's the only key difference. So we're going to continue to watch it, but it's looking ultra bullish on the monthly. And it hasn't really done that it hasn't done this in this bull run yet, but in the last bull run, it was about November 20th. So we're going to continue to watch it. There's reasons for it to possibly hit some of these higher targets by June 2025, which seems a little bit earlier. Let's keep going. Let's go back to the daily chart. And I put out that video on the Bitcoin. So if you want to take a little bit deeper dive, I put out 3 monthly chart paths on the last Bitcoin video that I posted last night, and I posted in the newsletter as well with some charts. So definitely go take a look at it and subscribe over there for free. Subscribe on YouTube for free. Subscribe on the newsletter for free. And of course, follow me over here on Bitcoin and follow me over there for free. Posted this one yesterday, right? So that way you're not missing out on any of the charts. You definitely don't want to miss it, especially when we get closer to the top, right? Because don't forget to take profits, right? So Ethereum, still ultra bullish on the daily chart, closing in on longer term target 3 target 4, right? Remember, back here, we were talking about at target 2, just in early February. Come on, everyone remembers this, right? Everyone remembers this. If not, don't take my word for it. Go back and watch the live streams. Go back and check out all my charts, right? Buy the signal was back here at longer term target 2. We were talking about what if Ethereum comes up and hits longer term target 4, similar to Bitcoin. And here we are, where we've gotten within, about 1.5 to 2% away from hitting longer term target 4, right? It's ultra bullish on the daily chart. It's ultra bullish on the weekly chart. This is longer term target 4. Bitcoin just hit longer term target 5. What if Ethereum hits longer term target 4? We said that down here. We said that down here on the last buy signal on the weekly chart. What if it comes up and hits longer term target 5? Similar to Bitcoin, price would be up over $4,000 on Ethereum, currently at $3,250. All right, let's keep going. Weekly chart, on DOT is bullish, right? Let's take off the bands here for a bit, just keep the charts cleaner. The weekly chart is bullish on DOT, hasn't even hit longer term target 4, right? It hasn't even hit longer term target 4. These targets have been on the chart for a very, 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 and I mean very long time, right? You know that. You know that. Boss HB total 2 monthly. What? 8 HB total. Can you clarify, Arnold? Let me know. Lawrence, good morning. Welcome back, Lawrence. Yeah, just clarify what you're talking about so I can take a look at it. So DOT weekly chart is bullish. Looks like a higher low. The daily chart is bullish. This is the last buy the dip scenario here at $6.80. Remember, we're not new to the party, right? We are not new to this party. We are talking about buying DOT back here under $4, right? In hindsight, it's looking like that was the low, right? We are buying DOT. I was buying DOT. I know some of the people in the Discord were also buying DOT. None of it's financial advice. It's not a copy trading service, but I do show you when it's the breakout looks like it's happening, and we did that on DOT, right? We did that on DOT, and it was breaking out. It was starting to flip bullish back here. About 380 was my first buy, and it's taking off to the upside. So bought DOT again, right? So good time to be a market sniper. DOT is bullish on the day. Oh, it's kind of flat today, right? Kind of flat today, but overall bullish on the daily chart, bullish on the weekly chart. Let Bitcoin do the heavy lifting. Let Ethereum be not too far behind. And sand, very similar thoughts on sand. We were talking about it back here at 30 cents, right? We were talking about it at 30 cents. Talk about it again, breaking out again at 45 cents. Here we are at 54 cents and went all the way up to 68 cents. It's hit 3 shorter term out of 4 targets so far, right? Still have longer term targets on. It's bullish on the daily chart. Hasn't even hit longer term target 1, right? Remember, Bitcoin just hit longer term target 5. We don't even have 5 longer term targets on here. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, right? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. It's so potentially early, right? It's potentially early. This could be the bottom. This could be a higher low. We will see, but massive potential to the upside, right? So we'll see how it turns out. That sand near was pumping up, a little bit of a retracement today. Let the trending dots catch up, right? Still bullish on the daily chart, weekly chart. Weekly chart is pending and flashing ultra bullish, right? So we could start to see some major moves. You can see back here, it flipped ultra bullish back here and then pumped up pretty hard. Say, halfway through the candle, all the way wick, pumped 100% in a couple weeks, right? So pretty incredible to see. It has hit longer term target 1 out of 4 targets. We haven't even put on longer term target 5 yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Like I said, so near is ultra bullish, pending ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Solana still bullish on the weekly chart. I hit 2 out of the 4 longer term targets so far to the upside. I removed them from the chart just to clean it up. Let's look at Solana daily chart, right? Just had a buy signal yesterday again, right? Breakout, came back down for put in a higher low, could be breaking out again. Solana down 2% today, but pumped up pretty hard from wick to wick yesterday was a 10.5% candle, right? Cardano weekly chart, that daily chart is bullish. Weekly chart is bullish, right? Hasn't even hit longer term target 1 yet on Cardano. Still could be pretty early on some of these crypto assets. Mana starting to make a move, aka Decentraland, right? Could be the low, could be a higher low. It's starting to pump now, up 3%, and it's looking pretty good on the weekly chart. Obviously, not financial advice. We dropped down to the daily chart, probably going to flip ultra bullish in the near future. Had an RSI buy signal again, right? This was kind of like the last breakout here, started to find support, close back above the trending dots. Next thing you know, buy signal, and it's taking off to the upside from even the buy signal. Current price right now up 23% in a matter of a couple of weeks. That's Mana. Chainlink, was kind of breaking out first in early January. Still, if you zoom out here in the weekly chart, has only hit longer term target 1 so far. You got 4 longer term targets. We haven't even put on the 5th longer term target yet, but it has hit 1 longer term target so far. We were pointing out, remember, we were putting out videos back here at $6.80. They're still on YouTube. I don't take anything down. I don't take anything down from YouTube. I don't take anything down from Twitter X app. There's over 25,000 posts on Twitter X app. There's over 7,000 to 8,000 posts in the Discord. It's all there. You can search it all, right? You can search it all. I don't hide anything. I don't delete anything. It's all there for you to see. Matic, bullish on the weekly chart. We're talking about it back here. Could be a higher low right here. Breaking above the longer term target 1 has only hit longer term target 1 so far. There are 4. We could always add a 5th. MicroStrategy, ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Yep, we're transitioning into Bitcoin related stocks. It's not a Bitcoin miner. Let's catch our breath here. Smash that like button. We've got longtime market snipers in here. We're hitting targets on the live stream. We're changing things. Let's smash that like button. Matthew, about as long as XRP. What's up, brother? Thanks for the dedication. You got it. XRP, yeah, looks like it was pumping pretty hard today. Gert, Jan, Tenhove, good evening. Welcome back. BTC just pumped 1,000 in the last hour. Nice, Javier. Nice. Inge and Fat, yep, we'll circle back. We'll at least get one of them. We'll circle back in the second half of the stream. Investor, Simplement, 4K mods win Lambo. I posted that about the Kia on Twitter X app. Sand, XRP, and many others. 10x also crazy-ish. Sucro. Win Lambo times are back. Any long-term targets on total 3? Probably. But I'm not trading it, so I'm not as interested. I'm trading individual crypto assets, so I'm not as interested in that personally. Smashed. Wes Diddy, good morning, my man. Long time friend over there. For me, it's when Honda Civic 9. All right, so let's get right back into it. I just want to check in on all the comments that are flowing in. MicroStrategy weekly chart is flipped ultra bullish again, right? Looks like a higher low was put in back here, even hit the shorter term retracement targets back there. And I think it hit, I remember it hit 4 out of 4 shorter term retracement targets, found support and reloaded. We're straight back up. Love to see it. Up 10%. NASDAQ is flat, right? NASDAQ 18,000 still. Basically hit 18,000 a couple weeks ago and still is, right? Building momentum, letting the trending dots kind of catch up. We will see. Let's stay on the Bitcoin miners for now. A lot of them gapped up and then kind of started its retracement throughout the day. So gap up, come back, kind of fill that gap. And here we are. Yesterday, it was a pending buy signal on HUT. It closed with the buy signal back above the trending dots, gapped up above this downward trend line that we had drawn out yesterday, that we had drawn out the day before. And we literally drew it out probably anytime after February 15th, right? Drew that out. Remember, this was drawn out way back here on January 18th. Low, higher low, potentially a higher low. Buy signal back above the trending dots. And then breakout with a gap up to $10. Come back, kind of fill it. And then probably close back up here. And then we'll see. Could go down a little bit tomorrow and then start to turn back around. So we'll just leave that on for now. HUT up technically 1%, was down for just a bit, but remember it gapped up to $10 and was looking really good on the opening bell. And so we will see, but it is currently bullish on HUT. Hive currently flat, same thing, pumped all the way up with a gap to 457, came back down, make sure it's filling that gap at 419. And here we are, flat 0.00, now 0.23%. So could be a double bottom, could be the higher low, and it's pumping up. It's at 3 of the 4 shorter term targets so far on Hive. Hive daily chart is still bullish. Yes, I'm still holding my Hive options. Yes, don't worry about it. It's none of your business. But yes, I'm still holding my options. And of course, the stock as well, right? Still holding my stock positions on some of these crypto assets, Bitcoin mining stocks, right? But I am holding my Hive options as well. MIGI, we drew this out, right? We drew this one out here a couple days ago, and then we added these two crazy lines yesterday, right, on the live stream in real time. So we're still watching that. It was looking like it possibly could be finding bottom. We talked about that. Made a strong move on Monday, yesterday. Here we are, kind of pumped up again, came back down, still currently bearish, but could be getting back above the trending dots, could find support, and then we'll see if it kind of takes off to the upside after that. So that's what we're still watching. And you can see it got rejected right off that trend line. Put this arrow out here a couple days ago, at least. I think it was last week we put that arrow out there like that. That is the next higher probability scenario versus guess. Yeah, that's right. On Thursday, the 15th, I'm 99% sure I put out that arrow. This trend line was drawn out like that. I said it looks like it's possibly be the bottom here. Then it started to look like that, came back down. Could be a possible double bottom over here, and it's starting to make its move over here on MIGI, up $1.94, or not up $1.94, currently $1.94, but it was all the way up to 217, right? So Bitfarm, let's zoom out on the Bitfarm weekly chart. Still bullish. Has hit 2 of the 4 longer term targets. Remember, Bitcoin went above longer term target 4 and hit longer term target 5, right? CLSK, ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Just smashed longer term target 3 and looks like it's kind of leading the way for the Bitcoin miners, but lagging Bitcoin on hitting longer term targets. But spiked up, hit 3 out of the 4 longer term targets so far in CLSK, up 4% today, but was all the way up to $23.47. What a massive move it's starting to do. It's starting to pump hard. You can see it was pumping hard back here, and then it dumps hard, right? So don't forget to take profits when it's pumping hard, right? That's CLSK. Marathon Digital also hit longer term target 2. I believe it was today. If we drop down the daily chart, yep, today it hit longer term target 2 over here, gapped up and nailed it. So that's a longer term target 2 that we've had on a chart for a very, and I mean very long time. These aren't brand new charts. These aren't brand new targets. There's so many experts coming out of the woodworks putting these targets in now, or in the last week or the last couple of days. We've had these targets since the bottom, and we're still here. Getting silly today. Dank raids, XDC, crypto chart, seeing bullish aversions. Okay, we can take a look at it. Long-term targets BNB. I added more options on Marathon. 0.6. Okay. Dallas White, market sniper over there. Yeah, if be careful. Seems like it's kind of chasing at this point on Marathon Digital, right? Where is Mara? I know I have Marathon Digital somewhere. I don't know. I have to take a look at it. Just be careful chasing, especially in options. It could whipsaw right back and forth. XDC, BTC looks like okay. All right, let's keep going. Marathon Digital, we're at 24 minutes already. We've got some requests, so we're gonna have to take a look. We're gonna have to keep going a little bit faster. Oh, we're on. No wonder why I couldn't find it. Marathon Digital. Yeah, if you added more options, they better be longer term, and just be careful because it could whipsaw in the other direction, right? I don't know if you added them yesterday. I don't know if you added them on the 8th. I don't know if you're adding them now, but To me, it's kind of chasing as of right now because when it's gone through a correction, right? This is a nice pump up to $31, followed by beautiful correction of 53%, right? If you're a swing trader, that's a beautiful 53% correction. That's the low. That's a possible higher low. Starting to find a bottom, right? And then, you got a buy signal here at 21.57. That to me is when you add to your positions. I don't like adding over here, right? To me, that feels more like chasing. But sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. And when it's buy the dip season, more often than not, you're gonna get lucky with bad habits, and then you're going to continue those bad habits. And when it's not an easier buy the dip scenario, Dallas, I'm talking to you. uh, you're going to eventually come back to bite you, right? So you want to lock in the good habits now, and the good habits now is waiting for a higher probability reversal. It's not guessing this is the bottom. We talked about this could be possibly the bottom, but I didn't guess that was the bottom. That's number 1. Number 2, chasing now is not a good habit, right? So you'll probably get lucky. It'll reinforce your bad habits, and then you're going to get wrecked eventually, right? So practice good habits, even in when everyone can make money in the bull run, and when everyone looks like a genius, everyone looks like an expert, and you can do no wrong, right? That's the time to practice your good habits because eventually it's going to cost you big, right? In my personal opinion. And if it's lunch money, who cares, right? If it's lunch money, who cares? That's Marathon Digital. Riot, let's keep going. Bullish on the daily chart. They all start to look very similar. Weekly chart, remember, it's hit one longer term target so far on Riot. Hasn't even hit 4 targets so far to the upside. Bullish on the weekly chart. We're going to make it. Hopefully we all make it. Bullish on the weekly chart over here. Wolf, chart wise, it looks like it's kind of lagging time wise, but it is bullish on the weekly chart. It's not pumping as hard. Remember, you got the 200-week moving average at $7.23. You got the daily chart starting to make its move. See if it retests the trending dots and then starts to break out of this longer term downward trend line. Iris Energy, aka IREN. We can take off some of these old targets that it hit on the upside. There's targets that hit to the downside, pumping up. Could be a higher low over here. Bullish on the daily chart. Weekly chart is bullish as well. Take that off, old move, and you kind of see it kind of zooming out like that. CIFR, Cipher Mining, pending buy signal on the weekly chart. This could be the low. This could be a higher low. It's been battling. And if you got the daily chart over here, I kind of mapped this out on the daily chart. You got a low, higher low, potential higher low. You got a buy signal on the daily chart yesterday. We were talking about the pending buy signal yesterday. And then today it gaps up above the trending dots, 369. Starting to look pretty good on CIFR. Current price is currently below the buy signal, right? So to me, this seems more like it's on time, like it's still early, right? It's even currently at the last buy signal, right? So you've got a low, you've got a higher low. This would probably be somewhere from 290 to 336 would probably be ideal entry, right? So anywhere in like this area here seems like here, let's kind of as it's kind of pumping up like that. Anywhere in this area seems like a more ideal buying area, right? So it's currently right on the edge of that. So obviously not financial advice. I'm just educating you of where I personally like to buy. I don't like to chase when it's starting to get up here, right? All right, what else? Natural gas up 10% today, right? We've been talking about this and covering it, that it's been dumping hard. And we talked about it back here. It's starting to get ultra bearish. And then we have a pending RSI buy signal. It's back above the trending dots. Are we going to see this gap get filled up here? Right? There's a gap right there. And The bottom possibly could be in on the daily chart. It's too early to call it on the weekly chart, but the trending dots are pretty far away. So it could be coming back up for let the trending dots catch up, pump up, and uh, fill that gap, and then we'll see if it puts in a higher low. So that's why I kind of map that out like this. What if it came back up in the trending dots, came back down, puts in that higher low, and that's why I had this on there. There's a gap fill. You get the trending dots coming down like that, comes all the way back down, puts in a higher low, and then boom, off to the races after that. That'd be your higher probability reversal based off the weekly chart. Natural gas daily chart, though, probably could have a pending buy signal in the near future. What else? What else? What else? PayPal up 1%, right? Back above the trending dots. Could see a pending buy signal in the near future. Don't forget about this gap over here. Oh, I got multiple. Don't forget the gap over here, right? $62.86. Let's flip that to yellow because it's not filled. Then you got another gap here at $72. It's possible it dumps back down, right? Puts in another higher low just because that's what PayPal does. Keeps putting in, keeps dumping and puts in higher lows. So whether it breaks out here and that was it, this is a higher low here. This is a low. Well, this is a low. This is a higher low, possibly another higher low. Whether it breaks out here or all the way down here, doesn't matter, right? Higher probability. PayPal, T-Doc trying to catch a dead cat bounce after that massive move down there. Disney, still bullish. Don't forget about the gap down here. Veritone, big dump down after that big correction, right? This is the daily chart, pending buy signal. So it came back down. This is a low, higher low, possibly higher low. See if it gets back up on there. Lemonade pumping again. Ultra bullish on the daily chart. Woo! Up another 7%, right? Let's zoom out on the weekly chart. We've been talking about this. We've been covering this. Lemonade, you got a bottom, you got a double bottom, you got a higher low. Had this mapped out a long time ago, and now it's breaking out hard to the upside. Longer term target one hasn't even been hit yet, and it's not even close, right? So double bottoms, higher low. We've been talking about it. I put out videos months ago, right? Like October, like maybe September, October, November, somewhere around there. It was one of my picks way back then. And here we are starting to make its move. Remember, Lemonade at the peak hit $188. Got to move some of these targets over. We were really early putting these targets out. And so we're going to adjust them time-wise, but we're not adjusting them price-wise. They're still there. They are still there since the bottom, and that's what it looks like that. And it's a clean weekly chart, breakout, double bottom, higher low, rock and roll. Let's go. Ultra bullish on the daily chart. Let's keep going. What else? What else jumps out at us? Rivian, probably following Tesla. Oh, let's switch over to the Magnificent Seven because Tesla looks like it buy signal yesterday, right? NASDAQ flat, SP 500 flat, NVIDIA flat, right? Hit 3 longer-term targets. Still ultra bullish, flat today. Meta, still ultra bullish, has not hit ANF target 1. Could be letting the trending dots kind of catch up, but flat. Amazon, pretty much flat. Still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Microsoft, bullish on the weekly chart, not ultra bullish. Still hasn't hit ANF target 1 yet. More than 0.5% down today. Tesla up 0.5%. Let's flip down to the daily chart. Weekly chart is still bearish, right? But we talked about this bullish divergence, possible higher low. It's looking like it now, right? Higher low, higher high on the daily chart. Has not filled this gap. Got very close. Partial fill. Ooh, so close to filling that gap on the gap up, right? It was a pending buy signal yesterday. We talked about it. Possible another higher low. Trending dots are curling up. Then there's a buy signal. Gaps up to 205. And here we go, right? I drew this out yesterday or before that. I didn't draw this out today, right? So it could retrace all the way back up here, come all the way back down, and it could be a longer term play. We will see, right? We will see on Tesla. Apple pretty much flat, but still bearish on the daily chart. Remember, broke this longer upward trend line. Google still flat, but a big move down yesterday, right? Big move down yesterday, kind of flat today. Could bounce up here, kind of let the trendy dots catch up, but still bearish on the daily chart. Weekly chart looks like it's breaking down on the weekly chart. Pending RSI sell signal, no sell signal yet on the weekly chart, but it looks different than the other Magnificent Seven, other than Apple, right? Apple breaking down on the weekly chart as well. Something to pay attention to. Keep an eye on it. What else? What else? What else? I think that's about it. We're going to circle back to Doge. Here we go. Doge versus BTC. Starting to flip around. This is the weekly chart. Let's look at the daily chart. Starting to flip around on Doge versus BTC. Let's look at Doge just pumping today, or it was pumping yesterday. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Doge versus the dollar. Ultra bullish on Doge coin on the daily chart. Weekly chart is bullish, right? Starting to make its move. All right, let's circle back. Let's look at some of these requests, and then let's rock in. Uni software. Yep, gap down. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Gap down. Who knows about earnings, right? So you got a low, possible double wick bottom. See if it puts in this higher low. It was all the way down at $28. Like you said, gap down. But on the weekly chart overall, still around the lows, right? All-time lows, right? So you got the highs up here at $210. At $30 is still pretty close to all-time lows, which was at $22.50 over there. Still looks similar overall on the weekly chart. Still consolidating. Still could take some time, put in a higher low, and then see if it, similar to Lemonade, right? Pumps up, comes back down, puts in a higher low, maybe takes some time, and then comes out like that, right? So we will see on Uni software, but not much has changed on the weekly chart, even if it gaps down or gaps up in the shorter term. Head and shoulders on Google, possibly. Let's see. That's Uni software, BTC. Whoo. Arnold, not sure what you're talking about. HB total. Oh, total two. Let me take a break. Hold on. Let's take a break. All right, there we go. Now we're back. 37 minutes in. XRP. Let's take a look at XRP. Up 3.5%. You get a weekly chart pending buy signal on XRP right now, right? So it's been pretty choppy. And that's the thing about XRP is it doesn't feel like you get a real nice solid trend, right? It seems real pumpy and dumpy, right? So I don't trade XRP personally. It's just my personal preference. There's plenty of pump and dumps out there. It's like catching lightning in a bottle, and then they dump on you very hard. So I don't personally like it. I think there's better things to trade. So my own personal thoughts and beliefs. But if you're heavy into XRP, that's cool. Do what you like. I'm never going to try to talk you out of something. Just as coming from a swing trader, and I'm not talking about the fundamentals. I'm not talking about anything like that. That's the best chain or blockchain out there. Blah blah blah. Right? I'm not talking about any of that. Purely from a swing trading standpoint, based on the charts, I don't like trading XRP. I never have. Based off of looking at it, I probably never will, right? So there's plenty of other things out there to trade that I think trend a little bit better. But currently pending buy signal, you can see how much chop that was just on the weekly chart. If you drop down the daily chart, chops even more than that. It doesn't look, if you look at that move right there, that's not tradable. That's not a tradable. I had these targets laid out. In a one day, it flips from a pending buy signal to bullish to ultra bullish and pumps up in one candle all the way to 100%, hits two targets, and then dumps right back down, you know, a month later, right? So it's not for me. You can't trade that really. Unless you got in super early or on a really low time frame, maybe you caught that. But it's the probabilities aren't stacked in your favor, is what I'm trying to tell you. I'd rather stack the probabilities in my favor. It looks a little bit better this time around. Started to get back up about 51 cents, and here it is, the last buy signal of 55 cents. So the daily chart is bullish. The weekly chart does have a pending buy signal, so it does look a little bit better than this one daily candle over here where it pumped 100%. So that's all. That's what I'm trying to tell you. BTC, Inge, you got it. I think I have Inge on here. I think so. But let me just search for it so we can pull it up a little bit faster. Inge. Where is it? There it is. Found it. Inge. Still bullish on the weekly chart, right? Not much to add. There was that RSI sell signal, but it's still in bullish territory. Daily chart had a buy signal and starts to look like it's kind of flipping around on Inge, right? We've already been covering this. We've been talking about it. It was back above the trending dots, buy signal. Other people have had me, maybe it was you, but others have had me take a look at it as well. So not really adding too much more value than what we already had. Weekly chart still bullish. What else? FET. Well, we'll circle back. We'll try to catch some other people first, other requests. Also crazy-ish on Soku. Sand XRP. Okay, we covered that for you. Matthew. What else? What else? XDC crypto chart. All right, Dank raids. XDC. Let's take a look at it. We'll just pick Qcoin, right? We'll pick Qcoin. And if you don't tell me what exchange you're looking at, XCC crypto chart, seeing bullish divergence on daily, but looks like bottom isn't confirmed yet. Not sure if I got that right. All right, Dank. This is the weekly chart. Is still bearish, right? The weekly chart is still trending downward right now. So I agree with that statement based off the weekly chart. Let's drop down the daily chart. You can see on here that the indicator picked up bullish divergence back over here. If Dank, now this could be, you could be correct on your statement, right? If RSI doesn't close any lower at, say, 33, it could, right? It's still trending downward, right? If RSI does not close lower than 33, it could be continued bullish divergence on the daily chart, and a bottom has not been confirmed yet. I completely agree with both of those statements. However, it could pump back up and close, above 33 again and continue the bullish divergence. So a higher probability reversal, just the eyeball test may take, a month or a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to get a confirmed reversal trend, but good to have it on your watch list if that's something you're interested in, right? But it is currently trending downward and hasn't found a higher low yet, right? So it did pump very hard all the way up. You can see from this last buy signal all the way up, pumped up 184%. And then since then, we've had, looks like a pretty good retracement so far, about 57%. So it's possible it finds bottom here, but exactly like you said, there is bullish divergence. It could have additional bullish divergence. Too early to call it yet, but if it takes out 33, then I would say that there's no more bullish divergence, and it could see lower prices and lower prices even with bullish divergence. So we will see on that one, but good call, and I like your statements over there. Long-term targets BNB. Let's see. That's BNB versus BTC. Here's BNC. This is the daily chart. Here's the weekly chart. If you look at it, eyeball test, I don't have them drawn out, but probably target 1, probably target 2, probably target 3, probably target 4 on the eyeball test. So probably has hit at least 1 or 2 targets so far on the weekly chart. You see this is the all-time high. You can see this is the low from here, right? And then higher low. And then it's building momentum up. Possible higher low. Could be letting the trending dots kind of catch up. And then maybe it takes off from there. That's B and C. What else? What else? What else? What else? Looks like a macro double bottom. Cool. Good morning, Michael Grebner. Welcome back. Good morning. Can you take a look at ETH BTC? Sure, you got it. Well, yeah, we've been covering that daily and then posting that on the Twitter X app as well. I've been posting that chart daily. ETH BTC. We talked about this. We covered it. Even on the weekly chart, there was bullish divergence, pumped up, broke out of this downward trend line going back to September 2022. So I did post that all on the Twitter X app. So definitely go find it over there. And you can see it. We were having a bit of fun yesterday. Dear Satoshi, thank you. Let's see. So we were talking about bullish divergence. This looks like a higher low. This looks like a higher high, which confirms the longer, in my personal opinion, it seems like it's confirming the longer-term trend reversal. It's getting a back test right now. The trending dots are still taking some time to, also break out of this downward trend line, right? We've got the arrow like that. It could just be a back test, and come back up to hit at least one longer-term target 1 so far to the upside, possibly 2. I can't remember. Maybe 1, maybe 2, and then there's only 2. There's 2 remaining on that one, but the weekly chart still looking pretty good, even though it says it's pending sell signal. You got bullish divergence. You got a possible higher low, possible higher high, and then we'll see if it kind of takes off. Kind of finds support like that, and then takes off like that to the higher target. So that's the weekly chart. If you drop down the daily chart, right, we cover this all the way, right? Cover this possible bottom for the higher low, possible breakout, came all the way back up, got ultra bullish, reverse candle, come back down, and then we will see if it finds support on ETH versus BTC. Hope that helps, Michael. Well, we've been covering it, and you can see other charts on it. Do you play games with the Unity engine? No, I don't. 4K mods. I literally don't play any games other than chess, right? Chess is really my only online game, and I've been playing chess since I was a kid, right? So it's my favorite game of all time. I still love chess to this day. Not as good as I was in my 20s. I'm in my mid 40s now. I can still hold my own. Every once in a while, I can knock out 1900 plus rated player. I was over a 2000 rated player in my 20s, and the highest I've been is like high 1800s recently. So not as good as I once was, and I don't play as often as I played even back then, or when I was a kid. I played a lot more, but no, I don't play any games online whatsoever. The last games I really played outside of chess was like Madden football, and that was also in my 20s, right? That was also in my 20s. So no, I honestly don't have time, and I prefer to stare at charts all day long. It's crazy. I know. I'm obsessed. Nvidia was flat. We talked about it. We covered it. I don't think anything's changed since then. It's flat today. Still flat. Not much to report on it. Devin Lee, how about Gala? You got it. I feel like someone had me look at this maybe yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, we've already been covering this. So maybe it wasn't yesterday, but it's ultra bullish on the daily chart. Mapped out these. So it probably wasn't yesterday, but since the buy signal, it was looking like the low. I mapped out eyeball tests for shorter term targets, and it's blown right through those, right? It's blown right through those. It's ultra bullish on the daily chart. It took out this pivot over here. Weekly chart hasn't even flipped ultra bullish yet. But this could be the low. This could be a higher low on the weekly macro chart, right? uh, and it hasn't even gotten to longer term target 1 yet, right? All-time high was at 84 cents. It's currently at 4 cents right now, right? That would be like a 20x if it retested the all-time high. Simple math. Uh, haven't done the math on it, but yeah, we're covering it way back here. For people covering it way back here like this, right? Buy signal, low, possible higher low, looking good on the weekly chart. Could be taking out this pivot over here, not only on the daily chart, but on the weekly chart. Daily chart doesn't mean there won't be pullbacks along the way, higher lows along the way. That is Gala. 50 minutes. Woo! Total 2. Okay. We'll hit it up tomorrow if you want me to, Arnold, or tag me in the Discord. I can do it for you. Appreciate the analysis, Dink. You got it. Yep. 40s. Thank you. Yep. All right. Cool. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you. Thank you for your continued support. I truly, sincerely believe that and mean that. Smash that like button. Help me, help you, help me. Smash subscribe, share with your friends and family. Hope this helps everyone. And we will see you tomorrow on the next one. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your day.